Maybe it's selfish of me to procreate with the martyr ambition. How would she deal without me? Maybe the legend I leave would be her fountain. I think she'd rather I was here than just hear about me. It's cold, man. That's a cold phrase. So, my goal in life was to die at 35 when I was a teenager. I thought that was an age that was old enough to do everything that I needed to do, everything that I thought was important enough to do. And all of my heroes, a lot of my heroes kind of peaked around that age and then died, and it kind of deifies. It's a really selfish way of thinking, but it wasn't highlighted to me how selfish it was until definitely when I got married. But when I had a kid, I was like, well, you know, how much is it going to support my child if I'm like this massive star, or not even a massive star, but I'm this really influential cultural person, which is what I've always wanted to be, because that's what my heroes are. But I'm dead. I'm pretty sure Malcolm X's kids would have rather he was there. You know? Like, and you take it, MLK saying, you take the legacy and you run with the legacy and you're thankful for what your dad did and what he died for, but you'd also just like your dad to be there. You know? So that's like the question in my mind. Especially linking back to the start of the verse, I had my dad to give me the wisdom that I can pass down to rooms. I can do as much as I want, encasing it in music, and that's great, but I should also just kind of like be there, you know?
Talking about that, especially in the music scene, we see this a lot. Why do you think it is that people are deified, you know, are put to that, on that pedestal when they die? Or, you know?
Because value increases when there's a limited amount of something. Right? So once your life finishes, that's all you're getting of that person. So the value goes up. Simple as.
So do you think Tupac and Biggie were actually the best, or they just
No.
early?
No. But they were I mean they are. I mean they're incredible. They're incredible, but like the value of their stuff goes up because you only had 25, 24 years worth of stuff. Right?
Value
So
to who is what you're asking, right? Because value to most people, but to their children or to their...
Well, this is the
family.
thing. That's the thing. And which value is more important? The cultural value of the art or the relational value of the people that actually know you? I think about this all the time. Like, if you could, like, remove all the things that made Amy Winehouse die, but you then don't have Amy Winehouse's music, do you do it? I think I must have said that to you as well before. I think that's a question all the time. If you remove the thing, so Amy Winehouse doesn't have a drinking addiction, all this kind of stuff, no drug addiction, but you don't get any Amy Winehouse music, would you trade that? Most people in the world would not.
That's selfish. That's dark.
It's up, but that's what we care about. We got the thing that we value from you, and we can now deify you as 27 Club. Yeah,
Okay,
great.
last thing on this topic.
Uh-huh.
With that being the case, now your outlook changing,
Uh-huh.
not being as selfish, right?
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
Would you then just consider not making music after an age and be like, I'm done, this is what you got, and then you get that sort of effect?
No, because that's selfish too. Music isn't that selfish. Music is my purpose. My purpose is to be in a relationship with God, but my design is to make music. It's to be an artist. So to shut that off, it would take effort to not do that. It would be harder to not do it than to do it, right? But it's the thinking that needs to change. This is not the be-all, end-all. This is not what I'm going to die for. I'm not going to die for music, right? That's why the chorus is saying the good don't die young. Like, you're stupid for thinking that. And you need to outgrow that thinking, you know?